This morning on Be Well, Be Healthy Today, some surprising foods that help prevent osteoporosis. Nutritionist Heidi Skolnick sits on the board for the National Osteoporosis Foundation. Heidi, good morning.
Good morning.
We're going to show you all these great foods you should be incorporating into your diet. So I guess what we're saying is that you don't necessarily need the dairy, which a lot of people actually can't really tolerate the dairy as much, right?
Well, calcium and vitamin D we know are important, but it's a complex thing. You break down bone and you build bone back. It's not a static thing. It's dynamic. And so we want to be sure throughout our life cycle that we're getting in enough of the nutrients to build the strong architecture of our bone. And that goes beyond calcium and vitamin D.
Okay, so we'll take a look at some of the foods that we have here. And citrus being first here. Why is citrus so good for your bones?
So there seems to be a specific phytonutrient called hesperidin that is in citrus that can help in terms of a whole cascade of events that result in less bone breakdown.
Okay.
And that's what's great. So they looked at grapefruit, they found it in there, but we know that many people can't take, especially over the age of 50, grapefruit juice because it interferes with medications, many medications.
So what should they do? So
orange juice is fantastic. So, and you can get orange juice now with calcium.
Fortified, exactly.
So if you can't take in dairy, there's that option. Wonderful opportunity. And it may also be that it's the vitamin C. It may also be that there's that anti-inflammatory effect as well that plays a role in bone health.
Now here's a surprising fruit. I did not know about this, but prunes are actually very good for you as well when it comes to helping increase your bone density.
Right. So sometimes it's like this throwback. So we have the citrus fruits, but we do have other fruits as well. And there's actually a fair number of studies specifically on prunes that seem to, again, play a role in bone turnover and in slowing down that bone turnover that results in positive bone mass or good, healthy, strong bone.
Plus, it's good for other things as well, as we know.
Right.
So protein is good. Okay, now certain oils as well, as we hear about the monounsaturated fats. These are all good for you and for helping your bones.
So this all goes along with that Mediterranean-style diet, which we've heard so much about, that helps with heart health. It may also help with bone health. And so one of the studies looked at specifically olive oil, and again found that the circulating osteoclast, and I know these are all sort of technical terms, but there's lots of different markers. That's a marker of bone health, and there was a higher amount of that in the blood. So more research really needs to be done, but it certainly looks positive for including olive oil in your diet, along with the omega-3s or the specific type of fatty acid that's in walnuts and chia seeds, and even other nuts that just are rich in magnesium, another nutrient important for bone health.
And speaking of the omega-3s, added to that, those fatty fishes that are also very good.
You are so on it.
Well,
you know your stuff.
I eat like this. I try to anyway.
So sardines.
Yes.
Sardines. 1 can of sardines has as much calcium as a glass of milk and double the amount of vitamin D.
Okay.
And I don't think we think about that when you're talking about alternatives to dairy. And then additionally, those vitamin D. And think of it, in other cultures, they often eat a lot of fish, small fish with bones in it, which gives us that calcium, or even foods, leafy greens, which we're going to move on to,
great.
But from the sea, which are rich in calcium.
And just really quickly, are you saying alcohol helps increase our bone density too?
So this study's out of the UK, no surprise. Silicon, which is in a nutrient that is in beer.
Okay.
It's also in grains, but since we eat so many processed grains, this is a good way to get in it.
Okay, I'm working on my bone density right now. Heidi,
Cheers.
Heidi Skolnick, thank you so much.